You ask someone to remind you that Gemara. If he's eating the meal, it also does now. Another idea is that you can set an alarm.
Oh, sure. I had this already, so it's too late.
Oh, okay.
And it's right after I got
Oh, look at that pizza. What? Is that cheesy bites?
Cheesy bites and
Okay, guys, wash your hands. You don't have to check these hands are dry. I can't believe, do they really expect you to put the pizza on those little tiny tables? Okay, guys. We're gonna talk about a crazy Gemara. It's crazy.
that cheese in the crust.
I'm gonna wait till you guys get your pizza, then we'll start talking. You're having trouble with that? Do you want me to help you?
Wait, what if I only have one slice? Then I'll say I'm so node, and I don't have to do the alarm. I'm smart.
Guys, try to keep it clean so the here, you need a plate?
You know there's hardly any cheese in cheese bites? Yeah, folks said how Lashon Hara and then got instant carbon. I don't know, she said there's no cheese in the cheesy bites. Lashon Hara about the pizza?
There was a big Tana. I say big, not just because he was a great Tana. I say big because he was physically very, very big.
Like this?
He was very large and exceedingly handsome. His name was, he had a transformative life. In fact, he was a tremendous Russia. Until, you know who it is? Very good. Until he was brought to do teshuva.
Oh, and then
Why?
I got a story. Then he goes up in his mind and it was all.
Don't spoil it! No, I'll remind somebody.
I never heard a story.
No,
That's spoilers. I never heard a story.
you never heard that story?
You didn't. You heard it at Clarinet.
He was the head.
Look down.
He was the head. You guys didn't pass it from the slides, so they don't get that dirty.
I'll get that one.
He was the head of a band of bandits. Head of a band of robbers. Reish Lakish was once doing what he did best, which was robbing. And he met a very special individual whose name was, who was one of the greatest Tanaim of the generation, whose name was Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan. You're thinking about.
No. What? Oh, Ben Zakkai is not.
Yeah, but he met Rabbi Yochanan. And Rabbi Yochanan sees him and recognizes that he has tremendous potential to be a tzaddik. And he tells him, if you come with me, you're going to be a tremendous tzaddik. And Reish Lakish does teshuva. And Reish Lakish becomes one of the greatest leaders of the generation. And it's this Reish Lakish. And then he married Rabbi Yochanan's sister. So they became brothers.
That's cool.
And
someone reminds him.
what? Rabbi Yochanan teaches us something so. Rabbi Reish Lakish, teaches us something so powerful. He said, Teshuva is so great. Gedolat Tshuva. Does anyone know what that sentence is? Gedolat Tshuva shezdonot nasot lo kischuyot. That means Teshuva is so great that the sins, not just regular sins, the worst sins that we do, that we do the mazes, that we do on purpose, become not erased. They become mitzvahs.
What?
You know what that means?
Then everyone's gonna become a
So
bad
I
You
person.
got a guy, here's a guy, you do it on purpose, it doesn't work so well.
You just said if you do.
No, I'm saying if you do the
Oh.
favor in order that you turn it into a mitzvah, it doesn't work so
But
well.
that's not fair. I thought you did it. Then you do it. Then you did it by accident.
Elon, please don't confuse us.
But what do you say?
Wait a second. You know what that means? That means you have Joe Schmo. Joe Schmo is not a good guy. Joe Schmo is a bully. He goes around pushing people around, screaming at people, taking people's stuff. He regularly just walks over to people and socks them in the face, laughs and punches them in the face and walks away. He pranks people. He takes people's money. He's not a good guy, right? After 50 years of doing that, he wakes up at 70 years old, right? And he says, I should do teshuvah. And he does the greatest type of teshuvah you can do, called teshuvah me'ahava, teshuvah out of the love of Hashem, not be'ira, just ava. And then what happens? He dies. His neshama goes to the Beit Shamayla.
How do you know this story?
I'm giving you an example of what Reish Lakish means. His neshama goes to the Beit Shamayla, and what happens? They open the book. They say when you were 15 years old, you went to this person and you did a mitzvah. The real story is you punched the guy in the face. But in this book it says that he did a mitzvah instead of punching him in the face. And every single Averi doesn't do teshuvah.
So every mitzvah that you become a video?
No, just the Averis turn into mitzvahs. Can you imagine?
No.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Can't you just play with the system like that?
No.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That if somebody does an Avera, having in mind to do teshuvah, aim maspikinli biyadei lasis teshuvah. They make it very hard for him to do teshuvah. So it doesn't work. It's not easy to do teshuvah like that. Regular teshuvah is very straightforward. If you, what?
You do it by accident. You can think that by accident, or it's a mitzvah.
Think what that?
Well, if you try to trick, then you don't have to mess with it.
Then most
If
of
you try to trick, and
and
you
my
don't have
friend
to
is
know,
on the trip,
if you know that it's going to make it a mitzvah, then you're doing an accident, and if you're going to bear thinking that, then wouldn't it be okay?
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Right.
No, I got it. Say it slow.
Say-
Oh, okay. I remember. So if you're doing it, like if you're thinking that you're gonna just say sorry afterwards, and you're doing it up there about thinking that, but you did, but then you can just say sorry about the Avera because it's another Avera. Yeah, but that one you did accidentally. But you're having that one in mind, so you're getting infinite.
I understand what you're saying.
I don't.
What Elon is saying is, you'll just do teshuvah for doing the Avera so that you will do teshuvah, right? And as Elon's looking at it, is if there's two Averas. There's Avera number one that you punch him in the face. Avera number two is that when you punch him in the face, you thought, oh, I'm just going to do teshuvah for that. And Elon said, we'll just do teshuvah for both of them. We'll do teshuvah, punch him in the face, and then we'll do teshuvah for thinking that we're going to do teshuvah. Okay, but that's not the issue over here. Is that when a person does, well, maybe we'll understand this better when we understand the whole thing. So let's explain.
You can play the system like that when you think about it.
Well, that's what he just said.
No,
Okay.
but like infinite mitzvahs.
Let's go into it in a second. Like this. Let's talk about Joe Schmo, right? Joe Schmo, remember, not a good guy. Mean guy. I know some not a good guy. What happens? Joshua does teshuva. What happened right before he started doing teshuva?
He was doing all
Why
those.
did he do it? What made him do teshuva?
Probably got inspired or something.
Probably got inspired. Sure. What? You shot someone, you think? Well, usually after the shooting zone, they wouldn't want do teshuva. Something inside Joshua stirred, and he decides, this is not life. I have to do teshuva, right? And he starts to think, what is my life about? What do I do? That's not true.
Okay, you get bored.
I punch people in the face. I don't do the mitzvahs that I'm supposed to, or at all. And he starts to feel a hole, a big hole. You know what that hole is? He feels like the hole is where he is. He's in this hole. And this hole represents where Hashem is. And he starts to feel that Hashem is everywhere except for where he is. He starts to feel like he is very far from Hashem. Everything is close to Hashem. But what Joshua feels, except for me. Because every time I do something that Hashem doesn't want me to do, I am separating myself from Hashem. And he starts to think of how far he is from Hashem. And he starts thinking about the things that he does that makes him far from Hashem. And he starts to feel so distant, so far away from Hashem. He says, I have to get out of here. I have to get out of this one. I have to get close to Hashem. And he rushes with a love for Hashem. I want to be close to that. I want to be close to Hashem. I know that is good. I know that is holy. I know that is special. And where I am, it's not there. What makes him rush urgently to Hashem? Let me ask you a question. What is Joe Schmo's inspiration?
To get close to Hashem.
That's what he wants. What inspired him to go close to Hashem?
Because thinking about how bad it makes him doing that. Probably
Listen to what Elon said. What inspired Joe Schmo to do teshuva and rush towards Hashem with excitement? The bad things he did. 1 second, Yaakov, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you check that out? What inspired Joe Schmo to become a Baal teshuva? The Avera made him do the Baal teshuva. The Avera. Joe Schmo thinks I punch someone in the face, I make me far from Hashem. I want to be close to Hashem. What inspired Joe Schmo?
Him punching someone in the face.
Him punching someone in the face inspired him to do teshuva. As backwards as it sounds, that's what made him do teshuva. You know what that means? If he uses the Avera to do teshuva, what happens to the Avera? It turns into a mitzvah. Because yeah. We asked. You're saying the Pirusha of Matei Asurim is to let us let go of our averot?
No.
Is that what you're
Isn't it